Innovations. And here's some ladies demoing for Innovations. Hello. How are you ladies today?
Great, how are you?
Doing quite well. You're broadcasting live for GameSpot. What are your names?
This is Rich Fields with your 36-hour Trion World's Rift Report. Tonight, we're expecting a mix of fire and death rates near Lake of
Steve, who can talk to you about the game.
Tomorrow, we could see a life rift or two, bringing with them hordes and dire wolves and racing beasts.
Mike? Hi there. Hey. Would you like to talk live to GameSpot?
I'll be right back. No worries.
Hey, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm right back. I know where it is.
Good. I'll be here. Yeah,
I'll be right back.
Sure. So here's the people playing Innovations, right?
This is us trying to restart the server for Innovation.
Yeah. Don't you love it when that happens?
I'll be right back. Hold it down here.
So that's the story there. Tech problems happen a lot. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You getting the server stack up?
Yeah, we're just switching over to the other server.
Support. So we're doing a live feed for GameSpot. My name's Colin, and I'm getting a live feed of questions from the audience, and a lot of people are excited to see your game.
Excellent. Are we recording now?
No, we're broadcasting now.
Okay.
It's a live streaming internet feed.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So what's your name?
My name's Michael Legg.
And your title?
I am president of Petroglyph in Las Vegas.
See, there we go. We get to see important people. What do you want to say about your game?
Man, we are so excited about this game. We're taking what we love about real-time strategy. We've got a big history in real-time strategy and RTS. And what we're doing is, first and foremost, we're making a really incredible RTS experience. And then what we're doing from there is we're adding great elements of MMO to take this thing to the next level. We feel we're taking real-time strategy and pushing it to the genre entirely forward, where now you can play in a big, persistent, living, massive world with thousands of other players. You can play cooperatively or competitively. You can play with your friends in a group, in a team, and battle against other players, battle against the AIs in the Order of Nations, as well as do all kinds of really crazy cool PvP. On top of that, we've got clan support, so you can form big coalitions of players, and you can also form friends lists, and there's a lot of social connectivity in the game as well.
All right. Sorry,
oh, no problem. Keep the questions
I'm
going.
getting so many questions coming in that my phone can't keep up with it.
Yeah, so far, I'll tell you guys, so far we've had over 50 players in one battlefield, both people playing 25 versus 25 PvP. That's what we're showing off here at E3, is the player versus player multiplayer experience. We've also had a team of 50 people play cooperatively against the AI in the same battlefield as well.
Yeah. One of the guys wants to know if you guys have a release date yet at all?
The release date is soon. We haven't announced the final release date yet.
All right. Did you say anything about if there's a beta available?
There will be a beta available. You can check it out at www.endofnations.com is where you can sign up for the beta.
All right. This guy, his name is YoshiLove86. He's stationed at 29 Palms, and he says he's met you and that you're cool.
Awesome, dude. Thanks. Hi. I'm glad I'm cool. I love making games. I actually do program on this game pretty much full time, and so I'm also one of the team programmers on this, and I just absolutely love this game.
All right. Here's a question. Dennis from San Francisco. Dennis. The questions I'm a little uncomfortable. He's asking how your game compares to StarCraft 2.
Okay, StarCraft 2. We're huge Blizzard fans. Love StarCraft 2. I think StarCraft 2 is a really awesome, great, balanced game. We think that we are going to provide a great, also balanced RTS experience like StarCraft 2, but really push it to the next level in terms of how many players can play together in the same world, especially cooperatively. So we think we're really taking that way up to the next level in terms of that, as well as your persistent army, your persistent commander. You have a commander class, so you choose your faction that you want to play with. You choose your commander class, and then that determines what type of vehicles you're going to be battling with. And then from there, you can, as you level up your commander, you'll be able to completely customize that army to build exactly to your play style.
Okay. I think it was I just walked out already. Oh, you did? I just left the booth. Cool. Luke from England wants to know how many maps there are going to be.
We haven't announced a total number yet, but there's going to be, for launch, there'll be a very substantial number of maps. We're doing about an even split between the cooperative maps and the multiplayer maps. There will be there are maps that will support 4 players, and we'll have maps supporting all the way up to 50 plus players.
All right. The last question is if there's a subscription fee.
We haven't announced the business model yet, but what we're doing is the design is very well based around the financial model that the game's going to be. But it's a great question. Yeah. We'll be announcing that soon.
Very cool. Now, what I'd like to do, if I could, now that the servers are back up, can I watch someone playing the game and have you tell me about it?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, let me get one of the guys to demo. Let's do it right now. This is this live thing. I love it.
This is our second year doing it too.
All right. It's all different. It's just where they go.
Are you going to start up the next one?
No, I think we got a server.
Server's coming back up?
Server's coming back up.
All right. I've got the servers coming back up.
Go ahead
all right.
close it out.
It looked like they were already running again.
Yeah, that's the thing about the MMO.
All right. Chandler from Georgia says Universe at War was amazing.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, Chandler. You know what I loved about Universe at War? The 3 distinct factions. I thought those 3 factions were so different and really unique to each other. We had a blast making that game.
Brogasm from Ohio wants to know if you can send aid to allied armies.
Oh, actually, yeah, there actually is a support-based class that you can play in the game that allows you to repair, help your fellow teammates as well as your fellow the guys on your fellow army. Right. You can also, as you progress through the game, capture resource points and be able to build tactical structures at those points that will assist the entire team that you're playing on.
All right. Nico from California wants to know, is this going to play more like Supreme Commander then?
No, this is really going to, what this is going to play a lot like is a very core real-time strategy experience. It doesn't have like the massive zoom out type of thing that Supreme Commander had, but it does have, you can zoom out to the world view and see where all the territories are, where everybody is playing, where everybody is battling, and you can jump into any of those territories live, but each territory will only supports up to about 50 plus players. Right. So we just don't pull the camera like all the way back out like Supreme Commander did to see like the entire map.
So here's a good question. David from Scotland wants to know, is there going to be mod builder support?
Is there, I'm sorry?
Mod building support.
Oh yeah, we're not talking to that yet, but yes, we love the way you can do mods with World of Warcraft. We think it's a really great for MMOs to be able to do that. Plus in our past real-time strategy games with Star Wars Empire War and Empire War, as well as Universe at War, we did do mod support for those as well. So there's definitely a plan in the works, but we just haven't given any details yet on that. It's going to be a little bit different because it's a 24-hour online experience.
All right. Are there going to be nuclear weapons?
Yes. Oh yes, you will see them. Yeah, the game takes place about 50 years in our future. Basically what we take is we take today's present economy, the status of the economy, and just envision that it continues to decline, where basically governments collapse, and we have this government, a shadow government rises to power called the Order of Nations, and this goes us to about 50 years in the future. So yes, there are nukes as well as advanced military technology. So everything that you see on the battlefield today, as well as some new technologies that are coming up here in the near future.
Are you going to also have console support?
Not yet. We haven't. We are first and foremost. We want to make a really awesome PC RTS. We're definitely not against it. We think because it is a client-server model, it can work really well. But it's not. We haven't started any development on it at this time.
Shay actually lives in Vegas and wants to know if you're hiring game testers.
Shay, you gotta come. You gotta put your resume in at Petroglyph. We are always we have production assistant roles, and as this game gets closer and closer to launch, I'm sure we're going to be needing more people and more help. So definitely get your resume in and tell them that Mike sent you.
Alright, so are the servers up now?
Get in there, get in play.
Are we back online?
No, did we go off?
What?
I think we're going back in.
We're back up, yeah.
Wait, everybody jumping back in? Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a 16-player PvP game, so now we're waiting for everybody to come right into the game.
All right.
So people are jumping in now.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna watch over this guy's shoulder.
Honestly, I don't care if it's
Sorry. When you guys are doing this game, can you talk to us a bit for GameSpot Live?
Sure. Let me get on this side because the mic's here.
okay. Basically, we're looking at live gameplay on a massive PvP battle. We've basically got, I think we've got 8 player armies versus 8 other player armies, and we actually have some maps that go up to over 50 player armies can battle it out. And this is basically a classic RTS style map. It's where, you know, land control equals money equals power. So you basically, he's trying to capture that control point. He's with some teammates there. They'll probably lay down some base structures, some turrets and things to defend it. Or they might just blaze on past and go fight in the middle. This is a massively multiplayer game, so this is basically a live, persistent, living world that's always running. There's no lobbies or anything like that. You just jump into the game and it's going. You play as long as you want. And as each battle concludes, it actually affects the world state. So it's faction versus faction. So
How many factions are there going to be?
currently there's 2 factions, each with 2 player classes, and within that you can further customize your talent, your technology tree. You can't get everything, but as
Is there going to be amphibious and air units?
we do have air, infantry, and hovercraft and tanks at launch. We have no plans for amphibious vehicles.
Looking at my screen and cheating. Okay. Go kill him. I just had another question I was going to ask.
Covering your units once they're dead, possible. So you gotta kind of manage.
There we go. Now this game is, I think Mike said it takes place in a near future. Is it a global game or is it? Oh, you said you're not ready to talk about the map yet.
Oh no, but I mean, but there are territories all around the world to battle.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a global game. You're basically, when you're not fighting the Order of Nations, you're fighting the other faction. The Order of Nations is the big villain of the game, run by AI. And you're also fighting another faction for resource control, and it's a global battle for sort of a conquer the world territory game. And every territory has a strategic result that gives you, either more cash or new units to build, or any kind of bonus you can think of. And that basically persists and lasts. And if anybody succeeds in conquering the whole world, covering it, it'll ding the bell, and you get a big pile of persistent cash. And it'll start over.
Okay, I just remembered the question I was going to ask you is, does your personal army have a unit cap?
Your personal army does have a unit cap. You basically, we've actually made that into part of the strategy of the game. So when you're at your armory, you decide which units you're going to field or have in your palette, the things you can build.
Is it going to be like Warhammer where the different units have different value?
Exactly.
Alright, that sounds like a great idea actually. I've always liked that system.
And then when you're on the battlefield, as you lose those units, you can rebuild them using your currency. So in many regards, it feels like a classic RTS. You got to keep that cash coming in. People can do an economic strike on you, and it's as important as defending that is as important as defending your units and your base.
All right, that sounds like pretty exciting. Unfortunately, with the survey, I spent a little more time here than I quite meant to.
Okay.
But this is a really exciting game. I'm definitely going to keep this one in mind.
Awesome.
So, what was your name?
I'm Steve Copeland. I'm one of the lead designers on this product, End of Nations.
All right. Very cool. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Mike, thank you very much for your time.
Oh, dude, thanks so much, you guys. Rock on, E3.
All right.
Thanks.